you've got a tech question on your mind for Terry McAdams, he's here in the studio with us. 940-763-1290. We'd love to hear from you. 940-763-1290. So Terry, I'm not sure what you had in mind this morning to talk about yourself, but I wanted to ask you, all these we're hearing a lot of stuff in the news in the last couple of weeks about security threats, about there was this huge breach of data, federal employees having their information stolen. Is there anything new or, popping out there on the tech front as far as security issues that we need to be aware of
well,
right
this
now
is
that
this
you know
actually
about?
is be directly related to what you're talking about, except that it's something that you personally would run into, and
right.
it would be obvious if you're paying attention
All right.
to the specifics of what's happening.
Yeah.
That could be a bad thing for your computer if you don't recognize it.
Okay.
So basically, what I'm talking about is these scams relating to either you getting a phone call telling you that your computer has a virus and that they can detect it on the internet and all these things, or just simply going to a website that has a pop-up and says, hey, your computer's infected and all this. And there's been quite a few of those that we've had customers come in, and this is Mac or PC, doesn't matter.
Right.
They're really not in of themselves a threat, but what they do is they hijack your browser.
Right.
And they're taking advantage of some features in browsers that kind of just is annoying. It's easy to get out of it. You can, force quit it out on your Mac or your Windows machine. But so here's the deal. So the first thing is the phone call.
Okay.
So if you get a phone call, probably from somebody in India, telling you that they've detected virus activity or something like that on your computer over the internet.
Right.
Hang up right away. Call somebody, whoever your tech support is. It either be, us or any of the other local IT places.
Right.
Whoever you trust, just call and just wouldn't be bad to double check some things. But more than likely, you don't have anything going wrong.
Okay.
But what happens is that them or these pop-ups, if you call the phone number that's listed there, what they're going to do is they're going to ask you to go into various log files on your computer, the event viewer, and they're going to tell you all those things you're looking at are indications of your computer being slow and all that, because they're going to take advantage of things that you're already probably running into. Yeah, my computer's slow. Everybody thinks their computer's slow.
Sure.
And it may be. It's just, maybe have a bunch of spyware or something like that. And I'm not saying there is nothing wrong with it, but that guy doesn't know it.
Right.
So first of all, just recognize that, and don't let anybody that you can't talk to, or face to face probably is what I would prefer, to touch your computer. Now, if you are calling Dell, see, that's another problem. If you Google whomever your tech support is, you may find that the phone number that pops up is not the real phone number.
Right.
So it's best to go to Dell.com or Apple.com or HP.com or whatever yourself. Don't just Google it, okay?
Right.
So, but anyway, what happens is in these places, these cases where you've been called or you've called a phone number that's not the real tech support line, is they're going to tell you that there's something wrong with your computer and prove it to you through these event logs, and then say, hey, we can fix this, but that's after they've asked to connect to your computer through a remote access program. Log me in, Log me in 1, 2, 3, Team Viewer. There's a lot of these different ways, but if they're taking it, please don't let it get that far.
Yeah.
Because the next step is they're going to start working on your computer. They're going to install some software, which you don't know what it is. Right. And the next thing you know, you have $600. We just talked to a customer yesterday. Paid $600 for 2 years tech support and virus for a free virus program.
Wow.
That they put on there.
Wow.
And who knows what else. Hopefully nothing else. But anyway, so you got to be careful.
You sure do. People, these thieves are very sophisticated now. I mean, they've found all kinds of creative ways to try to invade your life, to get into your financial life, to get. I mean, that's what ultimately that's what a lot of them are after. They're after your banking information, your credit card information. They want to get. They want to steal your financial life.
There are. I think in this case, they just want your money. They want $600.
Yeah.
for 2 years. But there are some that could take it even farther. But
Yeah.
these guys are actually, I mean, that could lead to other things too. I mean, you don't.
They're
know.
actually they're selling you a product, but it's one that you don't really have to pay that much
Right.
for, or if
It's-
at all.
Yes, and so you got to be careful of that. So again, this is
Yeah.
social engineering to my and high pressure sales.
Yeah.
But you're right though. There are other threats out there. But
Yeah.
I think, of course, common sense is based on your reference point. But,
I know.
But truly, common sense does play a role in a lot of cases. And if you ever have any questions, that's where you go to the experts. If
You've still got people out here that fall for the Nigerian check scam.
Yeah.
You know, I mean
I know.
that con's been around for decades, and people still fall for it.
I know.
There seems to be no shortage of willing victims, Terry. That's what I don't understand is, you know, we sit here, we talk about this a lot on the show. We talk about the dangers. It's all in the news. You hear stories about this every day about people who have had their personal information stolen, hijacked for whatever purpose.
Yeah.
You kind of think maybe people would catch on and learn, but they don't seem to.
Well, before technology was
know.
involved, there've been scams for years. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
there was a scam that somebody sold the skyscraper in Wichita Falls. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so it's just it's even better, I think, for the criminals now because the technology is
Yeah.
such that people don't understand.
It's opened a whole new world for the criminal.
Yeah.
And it's left you even more vulnerable if you don't follow some, as you said, common sense approaches. You know,
Yeah.
don't. Here's the thing, people. You would not, if a strange person came and knocked on your door and said, "Hey, let me in," would you do it? Well, chances are you won't do it.
Right.
We're conditioned to not let strange people just come into our home.
Right.
Why would you let them into your computer,
Right.
into your financial life, into your personal business, whether it's over the phone or over the computer or by mail or whatever? Why would you do that?
Right.
You know, I have a shredder at my house. Why do I have a shredder at my house? To get rid of all the damn junk mail that I get every day.
Yep.
Most of it asking me to buy something that I know this is the one that tears me up, okay? The company that's sending out these letters saying your water line, you need to insure your water line to your house because you're responsible for that water line from the meter to the house. No kidding, Sherlock. I know I'm responsible for the water line. But they want me to pay them like, you know, $200 or $300 a year for insurance for a water line.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry, there's got to be people out here that are doing it
Right.
because they're still sending these letters out.
Well-
and I've gotten 3 of them this year.
But isn't that the same thing as the insurance to cover your credit card balance?
Yes.
And people do that.
Which,
You
and I'll admit, I used to do that. You know, I'd apply for a credit card and, hey, you know, well, you have this credit secure, or whatever they called it, you know, and you pay like, you know, 59 cents per $100 of balance that you owe.
Yeah.
And if you're out of work, we'll pay your balance for you.
Right.
It's bogus. You don't need it.
Yeah, well, you can. Yeah, right. You can have life insurance or something to have a balance. If you do carry a balance, you can have life
Yeah.
insurance that'll cover that.
Right.
You know, and it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
As
yeah.
I understand, I'm not an expert in that. See,
Yeah, because most of us, the only reason we're not going to pay our bills is we're not here to do it anymore.
Right.
You know, so in that case, your life insurance would help
Exactly.
take care of all that stuff. So,
Yep.
at any rate, Terry McAdams, MacTech Solutions is right here in Parker Square. If you've got a question, of course, he's an Apple specialist. They sell Apple products of just about every kind except the iPhone.
and the watch.
And you don't have the
we're
watch
working
yet.
on both of those. So.
Working on that, but you do service iPhones. If you got
and the watch, if you haven't, we haven't
Yeah.
seen one yet, but yes.
If you got a busted screen or a technical issue with the phone, Terry's your guy here in town. And his wife Lucy is there to help you. They've got a staff there to help you. They're here.
Kinley,
to do it for you.
Greg, Mike, and myself, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. You know, so it's a terrific place over there. These guys really, they know their stuff, and you know, especially if it's Mac related. But if you got a tech question about just about anything, Terry will try to help you out.
Yeah.
And if you're in the market for a new computer, give Apple a look.
Yep.
You know, before you buy, at least go look at the various the applications that are available on a MacBook Pro or a MacBook or whatever. Sometimes maybe all you need is an iPad. You
Yep.
know, if you're just trying to do something simple, an iPad may suit your needs.
Yep.
Terry can help you evaluate that and determine what product's going to work for you. MacTech Solutions in Parker Square between Ganache and Holders Jewelers. Very easy to find. You're open Monday through Saturday. What are your hours and how they get a hold
10
of
to
you?
6 during the week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, closed on Sunday. But
Yeah.
we're always available on the phone, 767-6227, and mactech-solutions.com on our website. And check out those videos on the blog. And I'll
Yeah.
have this one up hopefully today,
Yeah.
pretty quick. And then Facebook.
Yeah.
Just search MacTech Solutions, and I think you'll be there. And find us, and we're ready to help you. And again, also, if you're a small business, we're small business experts on getting technology implemented. So
And when you go by MacTech Solutions, tell him you heard about him here on News Talk 1290.
yes, please.
It's not going to get you anything special necessarily. Just say something about it.
Yep.
That way he knows that this is working.
Yep.
7:48 in the morning. Passport to Texas now on the Rise and Shine Show on News Talk 1290 and NewsTalk1290.com.